Today we're going to talk about June's little acts of decluttering. Hello, my name's Rachel. I do videos all about decluttering, minimalism and my nose bend year, and I have come up with little acts of decluttering that you can follow along with to help you slowly declutter your home in a small area each day. And the idea is that the small little acts will add up to a bigger change over time. I also create a PDF calendar document that you can download from my website declutteryourlife.co.uk, and it's available for free so that you can tick off the acts of decluttering as you go along. There are 30 days in June, so I have got 30 little acts of decluttering to talk you through today so that you can slowly declutter your home. Let's get straight into it. For the first of the month, I want you to have a look at framed pictures. So go around and see if you've got too many out, if you could change up the picture so it's more visually appealing for you, or see if there are any that you do not want to display anymore. Reduce down what you have so that it feels more calm and more organised. For the 2nd of June, I want you to go through any unused apps and delete them from your phone. Make sure that you do not have things on there that you are not using, so these ones can easily be got rid of and you're not going to miss them. For the 3rd of June, I want you to go through any coin or change jars that you have. If you're keeping it for a purpose, like it's a particular thing that your children or grandchildren play with and count the money, then that's great. But if it's sat there and it's not being used, try and get in the habit of regularly taking the money to the bank so you do not have to have endless amounts of change jars hanging around when they can just be utilised. So utilise all that spare change, use it up, use it for treats or little things out so that you can get in the habit of using it up. For the 4th of June, I want you to get rid of any junk mail that you have. Try and get in the habit of getting rid of junk mail as soon as it comes through the door so that you are immediately putting it either in the recycling or looking through it so that you are dealing with it straight away. For the 5th of June, go through any fitness equipment that you have. Do you have any equipment that you're no longer using or probably are unlikely to use? Could you get rid of those? You could donate them or sell them on for a little bit of extra cash. For the 6th of June, can you go through food containers? So make sure that all of your boxes match up with a lid and that they fit and that they are secure. Anything that is kind of leftover or surplus to requirements or not really used, see if you can offer them to any friends or family members or utilise them in another way or get rid of them. For the 7th of June, can you go along the stairs and under the stairs and make sure it's clear of clutter? It's one of those troublesome zones, especially under the stairs, where you can end up throwing lots of different things in the cupboard or trying to make it look out of the way, but it can soon add up. So keep going through that and make sure that the stairs are safe and that they are clear of things piling up. For the 8th of June, I want you to go through the attic. I appreciate that this is potentially a bigger job, so it might be that for the attic you just do one box within the attic and you try and go through that and see what you can get rid of and see which stuff you want to keep. But this is one that you could go through on a regular basis and slowly start chipping away at. For the 9th of June, can you go through plates and bowls? Any that are chipped are good ones to immediately get rid of and make sure that you don't have more than you need. Get in the habit of just having the amount that you are likely to need for the maximum number of people in your house and get rid of any surplus. For the 10th of June, can you go through any car supplies? Any bits and pieces that you have used for the car, if you're not using them, see if you can get rid of those or hand them to somebody that might utilise them. And with that, make sure that any spare bulbs and any spare equipment are ones that are suitable for the car that you've got, not for an old car or previous car that you've had. The 11th of June, can you go through saucepans? Make sure that you've only got the ones that you are likely to use. Any that are no good or that are ones that are difficult to clean maybe, those are ones that are good ones to get rid of. For the 12th of June, can you go through board games? You may be a big fan of board games, you might not. If you have lots of them, think about which ones you really use on a regular basis and which ones you don't really like or don't really enjoy playing. See if you can sell them on or donate them to a local school or group because they will always take in board games. For the 13th of June, can you go through baking trays? See if there are any that you don't use or if you've got too many of the same style or any that are really worn or damaged. See if you can reduce down what you have so you just have the ones that you are likely to use. For the 14th of June, can you go through handbags? Just have some key quality handbags that you utilise and that you will use and try not to have a big collection. See if you can reduce down any. Are there any that you could sell that you no longer like wearing or don't match your style? See if you can reduce down what you have. For the 15th of June, can you get rid of any old phone books that you might have? I know we're very much away from phone books nowadays, but I know some people still have them hanging around the house. Can you get rid of them? Most things are searchable online now. For the 16th of June, can you go through any old birthday or Christmas cards? Keep any that have any particular special memories. See if you can recycle the rest. For the 17th of June, I want you to grab a box. I want you to fill it with as many things as possible that you would like to donate to a charity. So the idea is that you just need to try and fill the box with things that could be donated. For the 18th of June, can you find 10 items to declutter your home? This could be from anywhere, any place of your choosing. For the 19th of June, can you get rid of any vases that you no longer like or enjoy using? For the 20th of June, can you go through and get rid of any old or spare curtains that you might have? You shouldn't really need to have lots of spares. It should be a case that you have ones that you use on a regular basis that can be taken down and cleaned as and when, but obviously you don't need to keep lots of pairs of curtains. For the 21st of June, can you make sure that the coffee table is clear of clutter? Make sure that everything has a home and things are tidied away. For the things that are kept out, can you contain them in some organised way or in a container so that they are just a little bit more visually appealing? For the 22nd of June, can you go through wine glasses, get rid of any that you no longer like or that are not matching to anything else? It could be that you have lots of spare random ones. Could you get rid of those, or do you prefer to keep those and get rid of the sets? Reduce down so that you only have what you are likely to use. For the 23rd of June, can you go through socks and underwear, reduce down any that are kind of worn through or any with holes in, and make sure that you've just got what you utilise and what you use. For the 24th of June, can you go through your kitchen appliances? Do you have any small appliances that you no longer use anymore, like a toasty maker or waffle maker? Anything you're not using, can you sell it on or donate it so that you can reduce down the amount of things that are either on the side or in the cupboards, because they will take up valuable space in your kitchen. For the 25th of June, can you go through notebooks? Any spare notebooks that you have? Do you need to have that many? Could you gift them to somebody else that might be looking for a notebook or might utilise them more so that you don't have so many? For the 26th of June, can you go through storage boxes? Have you got any that are not being used anymore? Could you sell them on as you declutter your home so that you don't keep hold of storage boxes that you are no longer going to use? So as you declutter, get them out of the house as soon as possible. And these are good ones to sell because they always hold their value. For the 27th of June, can you go through any old magazines or newspapers that you have? Can you reduce down and keep just maybe the articles, tear them out of the newspapers or the magazines that you like so that you can get rid of the rest? And these can be recycled. For the 28th of June, can you go through any spare buttons that you have? And this is one where you might have more than you think. They could either be attached to clothes, they could be shoved in a drawer or in a jar. I usually have them in a little jar. Do you need to keep them first of all? Are they items of clothing that you still need the spare button for? Do you have any buttons that are for items that you no longer have? Could you get rid of maybe some of the ones that are unlikely to be used so that you can only keep the ones that are going to be used? If you don't think that you're likely to repair or replace the button, then just get rid of them. You could donate them to your local school or preschool. They will use them for arts and crafts. They're really good for making things with. For the 29th of June, can you go through your bookshelf and make sure that you have reduced down any books that you have already read or are unlikely to read? And also, do you have any knickknacks hanging around on the shelf that you could get rid of as well? So reduce down so that it's more visually appealing. For the 30th of June, can you go inside your purse and make sure that you've got rid of any old receipts or any bits and pieces that are hanging around in there? Do you have any old cards or do you have any old loyalty cards that you are unlikely to use? Get rid of anything that is unnecessary in your purse because it's just going to weigh you down. So there are 30 little acts of decluttering to help you declutter various different areas within your home. Let me know in the comments below if you are completing these as well. And let me know if you have downloaded the calendar as well. And don't forget, it's on my website, declutteryourlife.co.uk. and I shall be back for more videos very soon. Take care. Bye.